today we are going to look into the programming concept of the merge sort, right? So you all know that how the bubble chart will be swapping, how the bubble chart will be sorted, and selection chart will be sorted, and insertion. And now in the previous class we explained about the merge chart, how the merge chart will be sorted, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is an algorithm. This is a simple way of writing algorithm. I'm not written any content over there. Writing an algorithm only for 3 lines for the understanding, user understanding. So split the unsorted list. That is the first one, and compare each of an element and group them. That is the second one, and repeat the step 2 until whole element is merged and sorted. So this is the thing. This is an algorithm. You can write an elaborate algorithm for this particular topic. So if you understand this concept, you can write an elaborate algorithm for this. The algorithm will be, when you are studying those algorithms, then you want to understand what is the concept is about. So that is the thing. So yes, the first thing you all know about how to sort an algorithm, how to sort the merge chart, right? 2, 5, and 3. If they are having the element, first we want to split this by 2, and after that you will get the two numbers that will be consist of 0. The index value consists of 0, 1, 2, and 3. So if you are getting 4 divided by 2, it will be 2. So it will be consist of, we can split the element by two parts, that is left list and right list. So this is the left list, this is the left list, and this is the right list. And after that, this 0 and 1 will be there, and 2 divided by 2 floor division of 2, it will be consist of 1. So it will be splitting like this, and same 0 and 1. So it will be splitting like this. Are you clear about this concept, right? You want to split each and till each and individual element has been splitted. Are you clear about this? This is the concept, basic concept first. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the thing. For this, I want to first I want to start with this code. When I'm going to write a code, I want to get an input from a user, and after getting the input, I want to do the splitting operation, so that I am going to write a code for only this process. You just clearly understand there in this merge chart algorithm. If you are not understanding the concept, so inside the function what I am using, so that will not able to understand. So in this, from the scratch, I am going to explain you. So just listen what I am doing is. So in this, num is equal to int of input list 1 is equal to it's in range and so on. So yes. So have you seen this line before? Have you seen this line before? Second line.
No, sir.
No. No. So we are used. This is the topic in PSVP we have studied in list comprehension. List comprehension. List comprehension topic, we have studied this. Inside the list, we are using the for loop. Inside the list, you can use the for loop as we discussed in the previous. Inside the for loop, we can use inside the list. You can use the for loop by using this statement, or else you can go with the previous statement. How we use the for loop? Just create an empty list. And after that, you want to initialize the for loop, and you can use the append function. So here I am initializing the for loop inside the list. So this is known as the list comprehension. List comprehension. So this is the technique we have used in the PSBP fourth unit or fifth unit. I will explain you in the classroom itself. I will explain you in the offline class. This is the thing. So a lot of example I have given for this list comprehension. Inside the list, we can use the for loop. You can check the condition and or not. All the condition you can check inside the list itself. For this statement, I am using the list comprehension method to get an input and arranging the elements in the list. Clear about this? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So what it means, same thing. What it means, getting an input. After that, we are going to assign the x till the number what we have going to given. If I am giving 5, it will be getting the elements till the fifth element. If I am giving 7, it will be getting the element from sixth element for in the range of x. X will be starting from 1 to 7. Yes, yes. So next thing, I have called the function and I have print the list. So this is the thing. This is the first step we want to do. It means getting an input and calling a function. Now I am declaring a function. Def merge sort of list 1. Right? And now can you tell me that how to find out the mid value?
Float using, sir.
Yes, we are by the 1 minute. I am assigning that to find out the mid value. I am assigning the variable called mid is equal to length of list 1 floor divided by 2, right? Is this right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And what the code has been consist of, you just listen the code. This list want to be separated by 2 lists. The main list want to be separated by 2 lists. Which one is consist of left list and another one is consist of right list. Yes. So I am assigning another variable called left underscore list is equal to and right underscore list is equal to list 1 of colon of mid. And right underscore list is equal to list 1 of mid colon. So you all know this operation, right? What is meant by colon of list? Colon of mid.
First half.
First till the mid value. If suppose you just take the example, I am having 5 elements. Yes, 5 divided by 2. The value will be 5 floor divided by 2. The value
2.
2. Yes, it will. The value will be 2. So here this colon of 2 means it will take till the second index position, that is 0 and 1. It will be taking to the left hand side. It will not include the mid value, right? Whether you are getting this. The mid value is 2. If I am giving colon in the left hand side, what it means, it won't include the mid value. It won't include the mid value. Apart till the mid value, it will take the element as the left list. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, if I am giving the colon in the right hand side, it will include the mid value and it will take the remaining element in the right list. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Any doubts in this? So this is the basic operation. This is the first step that you want to split the list by list. This is the basic operation. Clear about this? So it will be consist of mid, that means 2 colon. So it means it will take the index value till the index value 2, it will take from the index value 2. It will take till the index value 2, it will take from the index value 2. That is the difference when we are assigning the colon on the left hand side as well as the right hand side. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now what is the thing happening? Again, what is happening? You can see here in the list. So I am splitted it in the left list and the right list. Again, this left list has been splitted by left list and right list, and this right list has been splitted by left list and right list, right? Again, this process will be keep on going till the single element has been occurred in the list, right?
Sure.
So you can see here, this left list has been splitted into left list and right list, and this right list has been splitted into 2 parts, that is left list and right list. Here, this 3 element has been splitted into single part, and here the 2 elements are there. So this 2 element has been splitted into left list and right list. So what is happening? Same process has been repeating, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So yes. So for that, what I am doing, merge sort of left underscore list and merge sort of right underscore list. So what is this? What is this? This 2 line. What is this 2 line? What is this 2 line means?
So
Splitting
first
of
we
left and right list, sir.
Huh? No. What is this means? What is this line means? Don't consider this inside the function. So what it means?
Sir, it will print merge shorts. It will print above left and right.
No, what is the name for that? What is this? These 2 lines. What is the function name?
Sir,
What is the function name?
merge shorts.
Merge sort is a function name. So here I am calling a function right inside the function. What it means?
It will merge both
again
left
take
and right.
the left list and again take in the right list.
So what is the name for that? So inside the function I am calling a function. What is the name?
recursive function.
Regressive function. Yes, we are using the regressive function because this operation want to be repeated again and again till the element is splitted in 1. So I am using the regressive function. So in the regressive function, there will be the 2 conditions for the regressive function. One is the regressive function want to be set, and another one is base value or the terminated value want to be set, right? Yes, we studied in the factorial algorithm also. Yes. So here I am setting the termination value that if length of list 1 is greater than 1. I'm setting the termination value. Why? Because I'm giving this length of list 1 is greater than 1. It means if if it is a single element, then no need to split out the left and right column. If it is a single element, no need to split out the left and right column. So first what will happen, it will take the mid position and it will left list will be going there, right? Finally, it will take the left list and it will be going there, right? So what is the left list? We have two elements, right, in the left list. First iteration in the left list, how many elements are there? Two elements will be there. Again, it will go. So it will be left list will be 2. So 2 is great. The length of left list is 2. So 2 is greater than 1. The condition will be. The condition will be. Are you getting my point or what? So this is the basic. If you understand this splitting concept, then merging and finding out the smallest element will be easy. So you just imagine here in the left, after this, have you understand these 3 lines? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, what are the elements are in the left list now? What are the elements in the left list?
21.
20 and 1 are in the left list. So again, what will happen? The function has been called merge chart of, here list 1 is declared. Now it will be going to left list. So it will go to the merge list, merge chart here, and it will check whether length of left list is greater than 1. What is the length of left list?
2.
2 is greater than 1. The condition will be
True.
true. Then what will happen? It will go to the inside the if. Then again, what will happen? Mid is equal to yes, 2 floor division 2. What is the value?
1.
1. So here left list of index will be :1 and here 1 colon. So it will remain. So 0. This will be the index value of. This will be the index value of 0, and this will be the index value of 1. So first of all, first left list what it will take? It will take 20, and the right list it will take 1. So it has mentioned as left and right. Again, this left list will be calculated, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what is the left list now?
50, 40.
No, left list. Same.
20.
20 is the left list. Yes. Till now, the right list has been not started. Till now, the right list has been not started. Only we are focusing in this left list. After completion of this all left list, it will go to the right list, right? So now the value is 20, only 20. And again, the left list will be going here. And what is the length of the left list now?
1.
1.
1. So 1 is greater than 1. The condition will be
1 is equal to false.
false. So again, what will go is this sorting method has been completed, and again it will go with this right side, right? So right side, this one will be again sorted, and this one will be so again it will be going to the right side. First this right side will be completed, and after this this right side will be completed based on left and right. So this process will be heavy long process. When you are going to implement this simple number of 3 numbers or 2 numbers of an example, then you can able to understand. So whether you understand this left list concept, how it will be working in this code.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now we will move. So we have splitted that list till for splitting the list till the one element. Till the one element, we have done this. So it will take left list and right list. It will do all the process. Each and individual list, it will do all the process, and it will be printing those results. And after that, here I want to compare. You can see this here. Here left list has been finalized. So this is the stage number. So you can just imagine this is the level 3. This is the level 2, and this is the level 1, right? You just imagine. First, I want to sort these 2 numbers, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have splitted the list by using the merge sort regressive function and the splitting function. It will do lot of operation. All the operation I can't able to explain. Whether if you are understanding this left side operation, then right side operation you can automatically do that. The right side operation will be occur. So it will be depends. So all the thing it will be in the back end process. But the step is same like this. This will be the procedure for that. And after splitting, it means that we have splitted all the terms into a single element. This is the concept. And after completing the single element, what is the process? We want to sort the last splitted element, that is the last number that you have sorted, that you have splitted. So here this is the last one, right? So this is the first step, this is the second step, and this is the third step. First we want to sort this two number. For sorting this two number, I am assigning a variable I is equal to I and j. For sorting the number, I am just assigning the variable called I and j, and I am assigning one more variable called k to store the sorted number in a list. So this is a imaging part that I am assigning. So this left hand side number I have taken as I. So left hand side, that means left list I am taking the variable called I, and the right list I am taking the variable called j, and for checking this number and sorting list I am taking a variable called k. You just imagine that whatever I am telling you, you just imagine what is this. What is that? So you just I is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, and k is equal to 0. The I means the left list, and the j means the right list, and the k means the original list. So what is this? Based upon the left element, I am doing sum of I is equal to 0. Based upon the left list, I am going to do sum of the operation with the value called I, and based upon the right list, I am going to do sum of an operation with the value called j. And this comparison, after comparing these two, I am storing the sorted list by the value called k. Clear about this? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now I am writing one code. So this and all after practicing this, you can able to understand. So I will write you the code now, and I will explain you how this code will be working over here. If left underscore list of I is less than right underscore list of j. List 1 of k is equal to left underscore list of I else list 1 of k is equal to right underscore list of j. So yes, so this is the line. So you just see this, what this lines mean. So it will go with the final step, right? So it will start from the final step. Have you clear about this? It will start from the final step, final splitting element. Have you clear about this? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Here I am giving some of the condition to check this 40 and 10. So if the 40 and 10, which one is the lesser one?
10.
10 is the lesser one. So 10 want to be placed in the first index position, 0th index position in my final list, right? As of now. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
So what I am doing is left list of I. What is I value now?
40.
Index value. I is 0 now, right? I is 0. So we are assigning I is equal to 0. We are having only one list. So automatically it will be coming from 0. So I will be 0. 40 is less than right list of j. J is 0. So if we are having only one element, so it will be 10. So 40 is less than 10. The condition will be
False.
false. So this statement will not execute. So directly go with this statement. So list 1 of, so you just imagine list 1 of 0 is equal to, so k value we already assigned as 0. So list 1 of 0 is equal to right underscore list of j. What is the value of right underscore list of k? 0.
0, sir.
No, j value is 0.
10.
Right underscore 10. So what it means, in the final list 1, the first index value has become 0. Right? Yes. Have you understand? I want to explain it again.
Explain it again, sir.
Yes. So you all know that this is the process of splitting the numbers. So splitting the numbers, we have done the floor division part and we have done the regression part and all. So here finally we will get this left and right list. So first the comparing methods will start from the last element what you have splitted. As of now, clear? Yes.
ரைட் லிஸ்ட் எடுக்கும்போது கடைசி ஸ்பிளிட்டிங் தான் எடுத்துருமா சார்?
So one thing I will tell you. So this is the first stage, right? This is the first split method. This is the first stage, right? And this is the second stage. And this is the third stage. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So finally what will happen? What is the last stage? That process will be started first for, thus that process will be started first for rearranging the numbers. It means in the ascending order or it may be a descending order. Yes, that is a concept. Yes. For that purpose, I am doing this. I am assigning this left operation, the left hand side. I am do some of an operation that will assign as I, and the right hand side I will do some of the operation I will assign as 0, and I will compare these two, and the final element will be stored in the original list, and that also I will assign as 0. So here you can check 40 is less than 10, the condition will be false. So this 10 will be stored in K of 0. It means the final list, the 0th element has been stored, and after coming to the second process, the 10 will be replaced. That will be differ. After coming to the second process, the 10 will be replaced. That will be differ. So now, as of now, this 10, when we are comparing 40 and 10, the 10 is lesser. So the first element want to be stored as 10. So that is the concept. So here what I am doing is left list of I, that is left list of 0. So you can write it as like this: left underscore list of 0 is less than right underscore list of 0 of 0. So what is the value of left underscore list of 0? 40, right?
40.
40. 40 is less than, what is the value of right underscore list of 0?
10.
10. So the condition will be false, right?
False.
False.
False. So if it is false, what it want to go? It will go to the else statement, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
In the else statement, what will happen? List 1 of 0 is equal to right list of j. What is the right list of j? Value.
Ten, sir.
10. So it means that we are creating one final list. We are going to create one final list. In the final list, we have compared 10 and 40. In that 10 and 40, we are having a smallest element 10 that has been stored in the first process. Yes. Are you clear about this? And after that, this process will be repeated again and again till all the element has been sorted. This is the only one condition you want to look after this. Clear about this? You just concentrate on the first iteration. That's enough. If your first iteration is you have understand, then this iteration and this iteration will be going in the loop. Same coding, it will be goes in the loop. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now what I want to do is same process will be repeated for the stage 2 and stage 1, right? Yes.
Sir.
For that, what I am doing is I am assigning a loop. I am assigning a while loop with I is less than length of left underscore list and base less than length of right underscore list. And here I am doing the I is equal to I plus 1 and K is equal to K plus 1. And same as like that here I am doing is J is equal to J plus 1 and K is equal to K plus 1. So first thing what I have done is I have taken this after this part I have executed, and after that I want to check whether the left hand side and right hand side has been common or not, right? No, whether we having a left value and right value or not. For that purpose I am using the while statement here. I will be incremental in this part. I will be incremental one by one. So I is less than length of left list. What is the length of left list? Based upon this, the I want to be incremental. If the I is getting incremented, if you just imagine that, if suppose first iteration 0 is less than length of left list, what is the thing? First 1, right? Left list value is 1, right? What is the length of left list in the first iteration? Last iteration?
Length 1.
1. So 0 is less than 1, the condition will be true, right? And same as like that, 0 is less than 1. So J also 0. So we are initialize J also 0 and J also 1, right? So the condition will be true. And what will happen? This part will be executed. Yes, this is this part will be checking the length, and this will be checking the values. And if this condition is not satisfied, and again it will go like this. And here what will happen, you can see here J will be incremental by 1 and K will be incremental. K is the original value that will be incremental in the both the side. If it is left hand side or the right hand side is having a lowest value or a highest value, K will be incremental in all the sides, all the loops. But the thing, if I is less than I will be incremental and J is less than J will be incremental. So in the next stage, the J will be incremented. Now J will be incremented by 1. 1 is less than 1. The condition will be false, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So have you confused, or I want to tell this process once again? So yes, I will tell you this. So you just see this first, this 1 and 0 has been splitted, and so here it will be coming like this. 1 and 0 it will be there. 1 and 0. So first it will check this process, right? Which is the lesser one. So we initialize the final element to store the list. First it will check which one is the lesser one, right? And it will store in the final list, that is 0 and 1, correct? Have you clear about this one?
Yes, sir.
It will check, it will not put the 1, it will store only 0, right? And after that it will, it will put the 1 also, it will put the 1 also. And after that, which part will want to be executed? Which part want to be executed?
5, sir.
5. Based upon the 5, this 0 and 1 want to be executed, right? So whether you want to check with the 0 and 1 also, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, whether you want to check with this 0 and 1 also. And after this part, this will be the sorting method. In this stage, the sorted method will be like this: 0, 1, and 5. This is the sorted path. And now it will come to the left hand side, right? and this will be the sorted, and same part will be the sorted. Again, this 2 and 3 will be there, right? And if suppose I am comparing this I and j, 2 want to be compared with 0, and 2 want to be compared with 1, and 2 want to be compared with 5. So here what we have done is we having only 2 elements, and here we having a 3 element. Anyhow, the final element want to be left out in either in the right hand side or a left hand side, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you just imagine without the lines of code, you just imagine. Once you are comparing this 2 and 3, 2 and 1, 2 and 5, 3 and 0, 3 and 1, and 3 and 5. Anyhow, either in the left hand side or either in the right hand side, any one of the element has been left out finally. Yes, for that element want to be stored in the particular list K in the end of the list. So that is the process. So it means that in the final stage, so based upon this code, what I am done is, so first we are checking this, and after that you are checking this. For that purpose only, I have written the code with the length of an left list and the j length of the list. So in the each iteration, left list will be incremented 1, as well as the k also. If the left list is lesser than, then the left list will be incremented by 1, and the k also will be incremented by 1. If the right list is lesser than, the j will be incremented by 1 and k will be incremented by 1. In the both the condition, the original list will be incremented by 1. So that is the concept. So after this, for lifting out the concept, what we want to do is we want to write a condition that whether the last element has been left out want to be stored in the k. The last element has been left out that want to be stored in k. So while I is less than length of left underscore list, list 1 of k is equal to left underscore list of I. I is equal to I plus 1, k is equal to k plus 1. It means that whether you will have one element left or another element left, it will be checked based upon the length that finally the left list is having. If it is one element is there, it will be stored in the kth value. That means the final list. If it is 2 element, it will be iterating the process and it will be storing all the 2 values in the k in the end of the k list. And same thing, this we have written for the left list, and same coding will be written for the right list also. So here we want to change the condition. For the right, we are doing with the j. Okay. And j. So you just whatever I told you, just practice this lines of code. Why I am using those conditions here? This condition is to, first I have used this if and else statement. This is to check the element is less than or greater than. If it is less than, then it want to be stored in the k in the k list, and if it is less than, then it will be incremental by 1. It will be, so I will show this example. So here you can see here. First you in the final step, what we will check, 1 will be compared with 0, 5, right? Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So 1 will be compared with 5, 1 has been written. Then 20 will be compared by 5 and 5 has been written. Again, this 20 will be compared with 10, 10 has been written. And 20 will be compared with 40, 20 has been written. So finally, this 40th element has been left out, right? Without any comparison. There is no element to compare those 40. So that 40 want to be inserted in the end of the list. Clear?
Yes, sir.
For that purpose, we have written this while statement. For the comparison, that means for the, we are checking whether less than or greater than, we are using this while statement. For comparing, and we find out in the remaining statement in the either in the left list or in the right, so it will be the right list. Either in a left list, you want, if it is any value pending, that want to be inserted in the list of k, that means 40. Either in a right list, if you are having any value pending after the all the comparison has been done, that one to be listed in the list of k, that will be on the end of the list. So that is the concept. Either you will get in a left list or in a right list. That is the one of the thing. Either you will get in a left list or in a right list. It won't get in all the list. Either you will get in the left or a right. That's it. Anyhow, we want to write two programs also, two things also to check those things. Have you understand about this? So this is the first thing what we have done to merge the list by, and the same process has been repeated till the single element will be getting over there. By using the floor division and the regressive function, we have splitted the element. After splitting the element, we are checking the condition for the final element, whether it is less than or greater than. And after getting the final element, based upon this while statement, we are checking all the elements. If it is the lowest element will be stored in an index value of k, list 1 of k, and the each and every iteration, the I value, that is left hand side and the right hand side value will be incremented. Why? Because we want to go by first stage and second stage and first stage and all. And after doing this, after sorting all the elements, and you want to compare with the left list and the right list, when you are going to compare, if any one of the element has been missed out, that element want to be inserted in the end of the list. That is the concept. Have you clear? The concept has been clear, right? You just forgot this coding. A coding I will share you. You will work out the coding and you can find an output. But the concept, why I have written this if and else, why I have written this while, and why I have written this while, you can able to understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I will share you the coding once. Why? Because in the previous program also I can't able to explain each and individual line. So that's why I can able to explain only one this if condition. If and else condition I have explained with the 40 and 10 value. Based upon that, it will be incremented by to the second and the first iterations also. Have you clear? If suppose I am running this, the error will be coming. Yes. How many elements I want to insert? 5, 3, 4, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2. Left underscore list. Merge short. Left underscore list. Left list 1 of k. Then see as the same output will be coming. The sorted element, that is an output. So for this, what we have done is we have done the list comprehension method for getting an input from the user. So it will be reducing the lines of code, at least 3 to 4 lines of code it will be reduced. While you are using the list, this list comprehension method can be used. And after that, we have used the function, we have called the function, and inside the function, we have used the regression function. Based upon the regression function, the element will be splitted by each and individual element. After splitting the individual element, we have written the code for finding out the minimum number for the last 2 elements that we have applied in the list. For that, after finding this, we have assigned I is equal to j left, j is equal to right, and k is equal to original value. After finding the first element, what we have done, we have incremented the left part and incremented the j part. If this condition is true, the I will be incremented. If this condition is false, then the j will be incremented. So based upon that, we have done and we have compared all those things. And after that, if any element has been missed out in the final part, that missed out element want to be inserted in the final list at the end of the list. That is the concept. Clear about this? Yes. I'll share you the code. We're having 2 days of holidays, I hope so. I'll share you the code in the WhatsApp. You just take the code in the WhatsApp. In case of any, you will not have any queries if you understand the concept. Forgot the lines of code. When you are sitting with those lines of code and doing a calculation each and individually, then you can able to understand. So have you understand the concept with right? Have you understand the concept what I have told in those lines of codes and all?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So based upon this concept, you can do that. So only one thing: splitting an element, comparing an element, and merging an element. That's it. Split, compare, and merge. Only three things. Yes. If you are having any doubts, you can stay back and ask your queries also in this lines of code, or else you can give your attendance department name followed by your name, and we will discuss the next starting methods in the next class.
Sir,
Yes. Second.
sir, இது ப்ராக்டிகல்ஸ் பண்ணும்போது மெர்ஜ் ஷார்ட் சார் எனக்கு வந்தது.
Okay.
அதுல வந்து அப்பெண்ட் ஃபங்க்ஷன் யூஸ்
அப்பன் ஃபங்க்ஷன் யூஸ் பண்ணியா? ஒரே நிமிஷம் லைன்ல இருக்கியா?
சார்.
சொல்லு ஜெகன், என்னது அப்பன் ஃபங்க்ஷன் யூஸ் பண்ணியா?
அப்பெண்ட் ஃபங்க்ஷன் வந்த மாதிரி தான் சார் இருந்துச்சு எனக்கு. ஆனா இதுல வரல.
ஒரே நிமிஷம் நான் அடுத்து செக் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச அப்பன் ஃபங்க்ஷன் மெர்ஜ்ல அப்பன் ஃபங்க்ஷன் யூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு வழியே இல்லையே. ஒரே நிமிஷம். இதுதானே சொல்ற? யாரு செந்தில் சார் எடுத்தாரா?
ஆமா சார், ப்ராக்டிகல்ஸ்ல அதுதான் சார் எனக்கு வந்துச்சு.
ஸ்கிரீன் ஷேர் ஆயிருக்கா இல்லையா?
இல்ல சார்.
ஒரு நிமிஷம். தெரியுதா? இதுதான் நீ பிராக்டிகல்ல பண்ணிருப்ப. சேம் ப்ரோக்ராம் தான் இது. நான் தேடி கிடைச்சிட்டு தான் எடுத்தேன். நான் கொஞ்சம் மாத்தி இருப்பேன். சேம் இதே தான். else while if condition, while condition for that if and else, and after that the remaining element want to be merged, the merge condition. Same thing. Append இதுல யூஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. அப்பன்னா இன்சர்ட் பண்றது தானே. அப்பண்ட்னா இதுல சொல்றியா? நம்பர் வாங்குறதுல சொல்றியா?
சார்
அது பிரச்சனை இல்ல. அது நீ இந்த மாதிரி லிஸ்ட் காம்ப்ரிஹென்ஷனே போய்க்கலாம். யூ கேன் கோ வித் லிஸ்ட் காம்ப்ரிஹென்ஷன். அப்பண்ட் ஃபங்க்ஷன் யூஸ் பண்ணேன்னா 2 to 3 லைன்ஸ் எழுதணும். லிஸ்ட் காம்ப்ரிஹென்ஷன் மெத்தட் யூஸ் பண்ணேன்னா ஒரே லைன் முடிஞ்சு.
ஓகே சார். அது வந்த மாதிரி
இல்ல உள்ள அப்பண்ட் ஃபங்க்ஷன் வர சான்ஸ் இல்ல. உள்ள இதுதான் ப்ரொசீஜர். மெர்ஜ் சார்ட்டுக்கு வேற ப்ரொசீஜரே கிடையாது. நானும் ஒரு 2 நாளா தேடிட்டேன். வேற ப்ரொசீஜரே இல்ல.
ஓகே சார். Thank you சார்.
Umar Shankar.
Sir.
Yes, Umar Shankar. Having any doubts?
Sir, same thing, sir. Could you please open the code once, sir?
1 minute. Yes, Umar Shankar.
Sir, here we are using else statement now, sir.
Here.
Sir.
Yes.
In that we are why we have added k equals to k plus 1, sir, there.
So k is the main function. That is the thing I have told you that you just imagine whatever I'm telling. Just imagine this. So you just imagine I am having a list of element in this as 5, right? In this
okay,
as this is the last element I'm getting. Okay. So and if this is the last element I am getting in the merge chart after splitting, and finally I want to do that k. I want to store the lowest value in the k.
Okay, sir.
So when you are comparing 5 and 7, what will happen?
5 is the smallest one.
5 is the smallest value, and the k will be incremented by 1, right? So
sir.
first it will be storing in 0, and after that what will happen? If suppose again this is the final element, I want to store this as into the 7, right? 7 I want to store here.
Okay,
yes,
sir.
so this k will be incremented automatically when it is in the left list or a right list. The k will be incremented by any one of the thing, right? So that's why I am using this k is equal to 1 in the else part as well as the if part also. If it is left list is lesser than, left list will be incremented by 1 and k list also incremented by. If the right list is lesser than, j is incremented by 1 and k is incremented by. The only main thing is 1 minute, Uma, 1 minute. Suma Shankar, that is the thing I have implemented, that k want to be incremented when the left list is getting a value or right list is getting a value. That is not depends, but the k value want to be incremented. But why? Because that is the final list.
Okay, sir. And one more thing, in the list we have given, if we forgot one number in that list, we can use append function and list function, sir. Which one is better?
Where here?
No. While we are giving numbers, inserting the numbers.
This is the better thing. If you get a range from the user, and after that, based upon the range, you can give an input. That is the better thing. If you are using an append function, means it will be added in the end of the list, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to add it in the mid of the list, then the program will be continuously going on. The program will be.
And we have added the function regressive function at starting.
Yes.
Sir. Sir,
let's ask me.
That is what the doubt, sir.
We have added the regressive function. Why? Because first iteration, what is the left list you are getting, that left list will be considered as your list 1. And after for the purpose of splitting the number by 1 by 1. But the purpose of splitting the number by 1 by 1, we are using the regressive function. That's it. So regressive function is a basic concept that we have used here for split the numbers.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Yes, you can easily identify. If the function has been called, now the left list is having only a two numbers, that is 1 and 20. So this 1 and 20 will go here and it will check the length of the list. Yes, 2 is greater than 1. Yes, again this 1 and 20 has been divided by 2. So 1 is left and 20 is right. Again it will go here and the length of the list is 1. So it will terminate it and it will go to the right list. Likewise, it want to be segregated. So it will be a huge process, but the huge process has been not as described for this lines of code, but only because we are using the regression function.
Okay, sir.
Yes, you just work it out the program. I will share you this. Just work it out the program. How I have typed just in that format, you just work it out. First, you want to split the numbers and you want to assign the variable. And after that, you just initialize the if and else statement. And you can go with the, you draw a diagram in a paper and you can check it that, yes, how it is. If and else statement has been working. And after this if and else statement, this while statement is for all the stages you want to check. That is for the while statement. And in the while stage, you will get, definitely you will get left hand side as a 2 element, or right hand side as a 3 element, or a left hand side as a 3 element, right hand side as a 2 element. Any one of the element will be missed. Most probably any one of the element will be missed. So in that case, you write this. You write this 2 element, 2 condition. So likewise, if you are writing this, if you are giving an input, you just imagine if you are giving an input as only a 6 numbers. Okay. If you are giving an input as 6 number and avoid this code, then the program will be working out.
It will divide a float division by two numbers. No,
it will take 3 and 3, and final sorting of method, it will be coming by 3 and 3.
Yes, sir. Okay.
If you are giving a number as 4, the first stage itself, how it will be splitted, 3 and 4 it will be splitted. So finally it will come to the first stage and it will be checking whether all the numbers are less than or equal to, and that part left hand side will become 3 and right hand side become 4. Anyhow,
either left side or right side, it will
right
become
side
3.
anyhow. Yes, anyhow any one value will be pending. So in that kind of value you can use those things.
Okay,
that is the main purpose of retaining these 2 whiles.
Sir, and one more thing, in the while conditions, if the I is greater than len list of left list or greater than len list of right list, means how it is happened, sir?
So I is greater than, if suppose I value will be incremented, I will be 0. If suppose you assign that I is equal to 0, in the final stage the length of a left list is 2, right? You just see here the final stage. This is the final stage you will go. In the blue color, what I have written. So I will become 0. So length of the list, the left list will be working out and it will be checking out the condition. And if suppose the incremental part is happen after this, so the I will become now 1. And after the incremental, the I will become 2. So if you are getting 2, the condition will be false. So if you are compare 2 element, here the 2 element, this 1 element will be definitely pending over there. So for that 1 element, you are going with this while statement.
Okay, sir.
Yes, you just write a code in a paper and you just implement for each and individual. So what you want to do is, for this if and else statement, you want to consider the last element, right?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry about this while statement. That will be repeated again and again with the incremental of left list and right list, length of left list and right list. So that will be incremental. And now this 2 statement you want to check, you want to go with this final statement, that is 20, 10, 50, 40 and 10 is there, right? This statement you want to check that. It means when before arranging the elements in ascending order, you want to checking the process whether any element has been left out or not.
Okay, sir.
You just find out the
list, floor division and then comparison, and making it into single divisions and comparison and writing it into ascending order or descending order.
Yes, in the final this line, the left out position, the left out element want to be inserted at the end of the list. Why? Because the left out position is wanted to be inserted at the end of the list is, anyhow the largest number has been left out.
Yes, sir.
So the largest element, it will be inserted in the end of the list. That is the thing.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.